Hi, welcome back to Review. Tilo is an immigrant. Hi, welcome back to Review. The movie begins 2 months after Han begins his new diplomatic position in Los Angeles. Sang abducts Soo Young, Han's daughter, as she is traveling to school. Han asks Lee to help with the investigation, but the FBI pawns Lee off to the LAPD out of concern that his involvement might spark a global incident. After being tricked into babysitting Lee as retaliation for failing a sting operation, Detective James Carter decides to crack the case. In order to keep Lee away from the embassy and talk to informants about the kidnapping, Carter takes him on a sightseeing tour. Lee travels independently to the Chinese consulate, where Han and the FBI are waiting for updates on his daughter. Unknowingly, Carter negotiates with Sang and arranges a $50 million ransom drop while arguing with Special Agent in charge Warren Russ. When a team of agents are killed by plastic explosive in a warehouse, the FBI can trace the call there. Sang escapes while dropping the detonator after Lee and Carter spot him nearby and pursue him. Tanya Johnson, an LAPD bomb expert and Carter's colleague, links it to Clive, a person Carter had previously detained. Carter's trust is gained when Lee coerces Clive into disclosing his business partnership with Hun Tao, whom he met at a Chinatown restaurant. When Carter visits the eatery by himself, he views a surveillance image of Hun Tao loading Soo Young into a van. Carter is in danger from Hun Tao's syndicate when Lee arrives, but they are taken off the case after the FBI accuses them of being responsible for the failed ransom drop, with Lee being sent back to Hong Kong. Carter, however, is unalterable and asks Johnson for help to sneak onto Lee's plane where he can convince the Hong Kong detective to work with him to stop Hun Tao. Griffin later gets involved in the investigation, disclosing more information about the HKPF's history with Hun Tao's syndicate and pleading with Han to pay the ransom to stop more carnage. The now $70 million ransom is delivered, and Carter, Lee, and Johnson enter undercover as visitors at the opening of a Chinese art exhibition at the Los Angeles Convention Center, which is supervised by Han and Griffin. Carter tells the visitors to leave for their own safety, upsetting the FBI, but Lee observes Griffin accepting a detonator remote from Sang. When Carter recognizes Griffin from the Chinatown surveillance tape, Lee and Johnson realize he is Hun Tao. Griffin demands that the ransom be paid in full as payment for the priceless Chinese artifacts that Lee recovered during his raid and makes threats to detonate a bomb vest attached to Soo Young. Griffin can't activate the vest because Carter enters the building covertly, spots Soo Young in the van, and drives the van into the structure close to Griffin. Griffin takes the bag of cash to the roof as Johnson removes the vest from Soo Young. Carter kills Sang in a gunfight while Lee grabs the vest and chases Griffin. Griffin and Lee get into a brief argument that ends with both of them hanging from the rafters. When the vest straps are torn, Griffin, who is holding onto it, falls to his death. However, when Lee falls, Carter catches him with a big flag. Han and Soo Young get back together, and as a reward, Han sends Carter and Lee on a trip to Hong Kong. The movie moves quickly and is packed with enjoyable action scenes, which highlight Tucker's comedic timing and Chan's distinctive martial arts prowess. As the two detectives from very different backgrounds learn to work together to accomplish their goal, the film also explores themes of cultural clash and friendship. This is a fun movie with lots of laughs and excitement overall. Thank you for watching and don't forget to subscribe.